do you stim? Like, as an adult autistic person, do you stim? And do you do big overt stims like you see some kids doing? Well, I don't, and I haven't been. And recently, I have been feeling really low and not very good in the midst of an autistic burnout. So I thought I would try doing some big stims. So yesterday I was feeling really, 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 really overwhelmed and full of sort of nervous, buzzy energy. Because I had to complete this really, really super long form, and it took me 6 hours over 2 days. And it was just yesterday I'd finally finished it, and it was just I just felt really crappy. So I thought, okay, here's a good opportunity to try and get rid of some of that frustration, some of that buzziness, some of that energy. Let's try some big stims. So I was doing a lot of arm flapping and all this sort of business. And I was at home, so, you know, I didn't feel silly. I was next to my husband and he doesn't care. And I was doing it and watching a bit of telly. And after about sort of 10 minutes, I stopped doing it. And about 5 minutes later, I said to my husband, blimey, I feel so much better. I couldn't actually believe it. So, you know, like, I do the small stims, like loads, like we all do, I'm sure, of, you know, picking at your nails and sort of playing with your face or whatever. And I do them all the time, particularly when I'm reading or watching television. But the actual big ones I don't do anymore. And to be honest, as a kid, I don't even really remember it. I've spent so many years like having to conform and mask that I can't really remember. There's no video footage of me, so I can't really remember. And I didn't grow up with my dad, and I don't talk to my mum, so I couldn't tell you whether I did anything. But most likely, knowing my childhood, I would have got told to stop it anyway. So these sort of big stims are new things to me, and I thought, wow, I can't believe how much better I felt. So yeah, and the one thing I actually realised that was stimming for me was, and this I do remember doing as a child, only because I jogged a memory when I did it as an adult, is I put on certain music from my childhood that I still love, which is mainly 80s music, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s. And I'll dance and sing to it, but I never, not like, you know, you see kids like dancing and singing with their hairbrush into the mirror. I've never done that. For me, it's very much a kind of, if anyone was to film it or watch it, I think I'd probably look ridiculous, because I'm not dancing as if you would dance in like a disco or a dance class or something. I'm just sort of moving my body to the beat, and I've usually got my eyes closed, and sometimes it makes me cry. And I get so involved in the music, like I'm not thinking of anything, and I just get so into it. And I'm flinging my arms around, and I'm spinning, and I'm rocking. And I did this the other day, a few days ago. Just really felt the need to do it really, really, really heavily. And I did it for about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes. And it dawned on me, I came in to my husband and I said, goodness, that was stimming. And I used to do that as a child. I can vividly remember doing this to the same songs as a child. I could vividly remember the living room and everything, and the sound system that I used to play the CDs on. And I was like, goodness me, that was stimming. And I've completely forgotten or blocked out or whatever any other stims that I may have done, big stims. But that was one of them, and I used to do that a lot, and now I know why. Because it's not like I said, like when see people on the telly like say, oh, dance like no one's looking. It's not like that. I don't look like I'm dancing. I'm just sort of moving and shaking my body and just getting all this energy out, and now I know why. So it's a bit of a long-winded, rambling way of saying, if you're an autistic adult, specifically a late diagnosed autistic adult, then if you make a point of doing some of these big stims, even though we've been told not to do them, even though you may have even forgotten what you did as a kid, or think you never did anything, even if you try like doing something like flapping your arms, doing something like jumping around or spinning or rocking or whatever it might be, when you feel overwhelmed and dysregulated, see how it makes you feel, because I was incredibly surprised that it made a difference. I did not think that by flapping my arms about it was going to make a difference, and it really, really, truly did. So I am I am sold on the big stims from now on. I probably wouldn't do them in public, but certainly within my own house, I would definitely be doing the big stims again. And if you do your big stims, let me know what you do. I'd be really interested. And have you forgotten your stims from childhood? Do you think you didn't stim, but you actually probably did? Let's find out. Let me know. Tell me. Thanks for watching, guys.